Hi everyone, this is Sue's Journal Adventures here today. I've got a little project for you. I laugh because every time I say I've got a quick little project, it takes me about 40 minutes. This literally does not take 40 minutes. It literally doesn't. It's just a bit of cutting. So the other night I was watching Pinterest and a lady I was watching card making for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, you can use kind of card connotations and elements in our journals, but what she was making was flippy, I don't know, this mechanism on a card, but the mechanism, not the actual mechanism, but the shape gave me an idea. So I was sat up in bed and I'm like, have I got any paper? Have I got any paper? So I sat up in bed and got my scissors and just cut this rough shape out so that in the morning I would remember what I was doing. So I've just had a piece of card. Let's see. So I've just got a plain piece of card. Now you can use plain card and decorate it yourself, or you can use pretty card, and then you don't have to decorate it because it's pretty much done for you. If I used pretty card, I think I would probably just add some lace down the edges or something. So all I'm going to do for this demonstration is fold this in half, but not crease it properly, kind of. And I want to just, oh, I've lost my ruler now. Let's see, it's under here. You know that saying, measure twice, cut once? Yeah, it don't work for me. I was cutting a journal cover the other day and I measured twice and I cut once and it were wrong. When I put the two pieces together for the front and back, one was shorter than the other, and I'm like, this is totally why I don't measure. I'm just going to measure this. Well, I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to say, I maybe want to come in. How much do I want to come in? Maybe I just want to come in, if my ruler's the right way. I could do with a little 6-inch ruler, couldn't I? I have got one somewhere. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've got two somewhere. So this, how big is this thing? 4 1/4. It has to be that odd number, doesn't it? But anyway, that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to come in. I'm going to come in 1 inch at either end. So with this, what I suggest, I can't even get on my desk. You can do these any size you want. Let me get it in a line with that one. You can literally, oh gosh, I can't move because there's loads of stuff at the end of my desk. 1 inch. I'm only going to come in that much. You can do these big and tall. You can do them really small for maybe the corner of a page. You can do them any size you want. You can decorate them any way you want. I'm sure your own creativity will start flowing once you start doing it. So I've just made 2 marks where I'm going to make my cuts. So fold your paper in half. You don't have to crease it, but you can cover the middle anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to come up to that first dot. So I'm only making it about this wide. You can make it this wide if you like. Shall we? No, I like it thinner. Do I want it a little bit thicker? No. No, I'm just going to come in here on the outer edge of this dot. I'm going to make it just a bit wider. So I'm only just going to go to that dot, okay? And then I'm going to go the same place at the other end to the dot. And you don't really have to be precise with this. Please don't think you have to be all perfect and measure it, because you don't. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my scissors and I'm going to go at an angle like that. And then I'm going to take this to the other end, remembering that you need your short side to match your little short side. And then just pop that on there as a guide and chop your other end. If you're really good at eyeballing, you don't even need to do that. I'm not good at measuring, I'm not good at eyeballing, I'm not good at all like that. And then you've got this, which is a bit like a fancy H. Oops, everything's falling off. You just all stop falling off. Can that go in the bin now? I don't know. No, best keep it. Right, so what I'm going to do with this, I've pre-cut some little pieces of paper. I haven't pre-cut these. What the lady had done, she had made an interactive thing where things came out, things flipped down, things fold. Yeah, it was very contrived, but it was on a card. But it was this that inspired me, because I thought, oh, if I was to just do that shape, that would make a really pretty belly band. And you might be thinking, that ain't that pretty, Sue. So what you can do, you can either come in, oh no, you can come in with a fancy edge punch and go down the edges, or you can come in with fancy scissors. You can do it whatever way you want. You can keep them straight if you want. I mean, if you keep them straight, it's somewhat easier to decorate, because you can just cut rectangular pieces of paper and then get a contrasting piece of paper and put a diamond-ish kind of triangular shape in there. This is what the lady had done, and that's what inspired me, because these were decorated, then these bits were decorated, and I thought that'd make a really cool belly band, because you can literally decorate that now however you want. You can stencil it all and just maybe stamp some things on it. You could just ink it and colour it and stamp it. You can use pretty papers that contrast with each other. There's myriads of things you can do with it. If you've got some wide lace, which I don't have any of that particular, well, I probably do have some that width, but I can't find it. But you could come down the edges with lace, if you had the right size, and just have a bit of fancy paper in there and a flower, or fancy paper and a butterfly, or a button, bits of fabric, whatever wherever your creativity takes you. Mine is just showing you the idea. So I've got some pieces of card cut that are just scraps off something else. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this edge with these wavy scissors. So I'll keep it together so I do actually get it right. I'm just going to cut that with them. Easy peasy, lemon squeeze it. Nothing hard about this project, nothing hard at all. And really, if you want to, you can take this wherever you want to take it, because if you want to do a different shape there, you could do it rounded, whatever. You can try different things. That's the joy of journaling, isn't it? You can just do things different. If you want, you could cut this bit, and these bits with the fancy scissors. I haven't done that because, oh, you could. Should I? Because these are wavy down both sides. I don't think it really matters. I'm just going to go with it with the straight bit in the middle. And I'm just going to glue these on because I've got them sat here. No other reason. This was about as pre-prepared as I got. So I'm just going to ink all this. Now you can do this in any colour. So if you were using nice pretty pink papers like I am, you could ink the edges in pink. You could ink the edges in whatever colour papers you're using or lace you're using. I just ink round these bits. You don't have to do that middle bit because you're not going to see it. Or you might see it. Depends what you choose to do with it. But I'm just going to ink up the edges of this. And then that's that. Okay, I'm going to get these because I like this bottom bit because it's got flowers on it. I'm just going to ink these sides. Don't know how far up I need it, but oopsie, I'll just go up the sides a bit. And same on that one because the flowers are mainly at the bottom of this card. I mean, I could have made the whole project out of this card and not really had to decorate. I could have made the whole project out of this card and just stuck lace down the edges. So, like I say, the ideas and where you go with it is entirely up to you and your imagination. Things, when you start making them, they do go off like, oh, wow, could do that, could do that, could do that. That's up to you, innit? It's where you go with it. I've got a big glue bog on the end of my glue. So I'm I'm just going to go on here with this. And what you could actually do, depending how frivolous you're feeling, these could actually be belly bands on belly bands, belly bands on belly bands. So you could just glue the top and bottom of that, and you could slide something under there, like a little ticket or a little tag or something. But this itself is a belly band, so I don't feel the need to get quite that frivolous. But you could leave a gap and maybe make that a pocket, so you can tuck things in the side. So you're going to have something going down there, but you could have things sticking out from there if you made that a pocket or a belly band or whatever. Just let me get some glue on it and stick it down. So yeah, I was watching this lady make these things, and I just thought, oh, that's really, it's funny how one thing that they're doing is not at all associated to what comes into your head. In my head, I thought belly band as soon as I saw it, but she were making a card and it was completely different to this. But it was the shape that gave me the idea, because I thought that would look really cool as a belly band. So I'm just going to put them together so I can cut them at once, because I'm lazy. And just chop them ends off, give them a bit of an ink, because we didn't know where the ends were going to be, so them ends didn't get inked. So there we go, that's my little belly band bit. Now what you also could do, and I don't think I'm going to bother doing it on camera, because you could mat and layer different colour triangles in there. What am I going to do in there? I think I'm going to stencil in there. Have I got a stencil? Yeah, but probably not one that I want. Oh my goodness. Have I got like a, yeah, pretty one? That one, that'll do. I'm just going to put a couple of flowers in the middle of there, if I can get it in the right spot. There we go. And I'm going to do it in brown. I could do it in pink because my flowers on my piece of paper are pink, but I'm just doing it in brown because I just want it for speed. Because I always come on here and a quick little project for you, and it takes me like 40 minutes. Now, Sue, that wasn't a quick little project. You made it really long. And it ain't long. It ain't long at all. That doesn't look the greatest, but you can use washi tape and stuff. Oh, that stupid stencil, it all sticks inside others. You could use, that really hasn't come out well, but I used my thing, didn't I, instead of my actual brush. But never mind. So yeah, you can use different things. Stencils, stamping, lace, stickers, washi tape. I think I might just have a little bit of washi. Shall I have a bit of washi tape on there? Can I actually be bothered? Just there and there and there and there. I think it might look a bit odd. All I'm going to do is find a pretty little... Ooh, look at you. You're just perfect. I could put some lace on there. Just little bits of lace. Yeah, shall we? Shall we? Let's make it slightly pretty. I mean, poor thing. It's a bit plain, isn't it? It's like, make me look nice. Okay, I'll make you look nice. I'll try anyway. So yeah, it doesn't have to be, you know, majorly convoluted. It can be as simple and easy as you want to do it. If you wanted to cut this out of a patterned piece of paper, well, how simple is that? It's job done. You know, cut your piece of paper and you... let me put them scissors away. So things are getting stuck on them. Yeah, you can make it as easy or as convoluted as you wish. It's your journal project. You can do what you want with it. Lace, ribbons, butterflies, flowers, all sorts of wonderful things that we have in our stash. We can stick on here and just make it look a bit more pretty. So I'm going to do that at the bottom as well. Bit of glue on there and a bit of glue on there. and just flatten it down a bit. Oh gosh, put more on there than I meant to. And then just get a bit of that to there. I forget these scissors are a bit haywire. And there. And just cut it. Cut it right-handed, Sue. What are you doing? Cutting it right-handed, apparently. There we go. That's that. Can you see up there? I'll bring you down so you can actually see. All the way up there, now I've finished the project to bring you down. But that's the general idea, is a shaped belly band. And maybe this little guy here, this little pinky guy, because he's cute, he can just sit. I'm really overdoing it with the glue today. He can just sit in there. And how cute is that for a little belly band? So then if you come... Now, what I would do, as this is cut with fancy edge scissors, you can just put glue right on the very edge. So you do have quite a wide belly band to put things in. On my other one, I punched the edges with this. So I had to take into consideration all the holes. But I've still managed to get a decently wide belly band. Have I got some up there I can just pop in? Don't go, but I think you get the idea. It's a belly band. Now, if you hadn't have stuck these down, you could tuck little things coming out of there, which would look quite cute. If you cut out some little fussy cut flowers, you could tuck little flowers coming down the edge, and that would look really sweet. You could put lace on the edge. You could have thicker lace coming down the outside. I mean, I've obviously wavy edged it and wavy edged my paper, but you could have lace on the sides. You could have a thicker lace. Sky's the limit, and the ideas are yours. But that's my little belly band that could have other tuck spots. And there you go, 17 minutes. Well, hey, quickest project Sue's ever done. Quick. So that's it. I saw that and got that inspiration from a card that a lady was making last night. Nothing like this, nothing to do with this. I just saw this shape and thought, oh wow, that's cool. And so I've got one in my journal, my spring journal, and there it is. So you can see I have punched the edges of that one, and I've also cut out some pretty paper, stuck some butterflies and a flower and lace. I've gone to town on that one. And then I've just got a little tag that I made ages ago and put that in there. I made that years ago. But it's pink and it just goes there on that page. So I thought that was really cute, pretty and spring-like in the spring journal. So there's your variations. You can make them also smaller. You can make them a bit wider if you've got a big page. You can make them taller. It's up to you. It's up to you how you cut them. You can even cut that inside bit like more rounded. Now, if you cut it rounded, actually thinking about it, would that look right? I'm trying to picture that in my head. But if it was rounded, would that almost look like a butterfly wings? You could actually stick a body on there and paint the triangular bits as like wings. Does that make any sense? I don't know what it'd look like, but I know if I did it, it'd look like an atrocity. But there you go. 2 little ideas for these belly bands. Obviously, this is a wider one because I used a slightly bigger piece of paper. So it depends what size paper you use. I did a really big one, but it went totally wrong because I used an A4 piece of paper and I did it way too pointy. But I think you get the gist that you could even, if you wanted, have one that big. I think that looks pretty stupid myself, but you can still stick something nice in the middle. I don't have anything nice on my desk at the moment. Let's just grab a butterfly. You could still put lace down the edges. You could still have a butterfly in the middle or a flower, a big flower, whatever. It's still a belly band. So it doesn't matter on the size. It depends on the size of paper that you use. But there can be any size, but that was a wee bit pointed because it's kind of almost ready to come apart. But there you go, there's 2 little belly band ideas for you. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again a bit later on. Oh, actually, before I go, you may wonder why I haven't done many videos this week. It's because I'm not, I was going to say I'm not missing in action, but I kind of have been missing in action because I have been very, very, very busy in the background. Not really doing videos and stuff, but I have been preparing, get this, I don't know why I do this to myself, but I've been preparing another 2 journals. So I not only have this one and the brown one, I also have another one, which is going to be in blues. And I've also got another one, which I'm not even going to tell you anything about. It's a colour that I have wanted to do a journal in for so long. I love the colour, and I've wanted to do a journal colour themed in that colour. The problem with that was the only thing that I had in that colour was one little bundle of seam binding, crinkled seam binding. I don't have anything in that colour. So yes, I've been on Shein, yes, I've been on Temu, and I've been buying lace and embellishments and ribbons, and I've bought some papers, and it's underway. So whilst you haven't seen me, I have actually been very busy. The blue journal, all I'm going to tell you about these 2 journals is the size, because I want them to be a surprise. I'm just going to make them in the background and then do the flip throughs. These 2, I don't mind you seeing bits and bats in these. We're going to make these together and make things for them together. We're also going to make other things that are not anything to do with these journals. So I really don't know why I've done this to myself. So I've got one A4 journal on the go, which is going to be blue. I've got 2 A5 journals on the go and an A6 journal on the go. I was prepping for the A6 journal last night. I was cutting stuff out and getting my pages together. And also on these journals, I'm trying out different binding methods, because these 2 are brad bound. The A4 blue one's going to be ring bound, and the little one is going to be done in a way that if you watch Natasha at Treasure Books, she did a no-sew journal. I think it was last week. She did these beautiful journals with no sewing. You can sew the signatures together, or you can staple them together, or you can wrap round string and tie them together. I don't know at the minute. I might sew them together. My problem is not that I don't like sewing signatures. I really don't mind sewing signatures. What I hate is sewing the signatures into the journal. I don't like doing that. I don't know why. I just don't. So this is brad bound. We're going to have a ring bound, and we're going to have a different binding that Natasha did. And I am really, 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 really excited about the little one. Because it's beautiful. It's a colour I've wanted to do for a while, and I am really super excited. I nearly got started on it last night, but it was like, I think I was crafting in the afternoon till about 11 o'clock, and I'm like, no, I really need to go to bed. Well, I went to bed about 10:30, I think, but it was getting late, and I just thought I need to stop. So there's these 4 journals. Why am I doing 4 journals? I'll tell you why I'm doing 4 journals. One, because the blue cover was sent to me in that free stuff. So I thought, well, it's a cover. I might as well make a journal with it. It's not really my kind of cover. And I'm struggling to find things that I like on the front. I had something I wanted on the front, but when I put it on the front, it just really didn't look right. So I don't know, I may need to tweak the cover. But she sent me basically a front cover and a back cover, no spine. So that's why I've decided to do the ring bound with the big A4. And it's A4, and I've never done an A4 before in my life. And sometimes I think that might be a bit daunting, because sometimes when you've got A5 size pages, you do kind of wonder. I mean, there is absolutely 100% nothing wrong with having a page and just putting a pocket at the bottom, or a pocket down the side, just a little pocket, that's it. But sometimes I like extra stuff in the background, a bit of layering or a bit of collaging or maybe some other pockets or some interactive bits. I kind of like to fill my pages up sometimes. Not that there's anything wrong with not filling them up, but an A4? I'm like, what the heck am I going to do in there? I don't know, but I'm sure it'll be fun. So yeah, I've got these two and the little one. The little one I am so looking forward to. The blue one came about because, as I say, that lady that sent me the free stuff, she sent me the blue cover. And I found these blue papers, which were, just so beautiful. I was on Etsy one day and I wasn't intending to buy it. I was just scrolling like you do. And I saw these blue papers and I'm like, oh, I've got a blue journal cover. Whoa. So there is a blue journal coming. There's another journal coming, which I'm not going to tell you anything about. You know it's A6 and you know it's going to be Natasha at Treasure Books bound. But that's all I'm telling you. Because I'm naughty and I like to keep you guessing. So yeah, I'm going to be probably doing a bit... Oh gosh, it's 4 o'clock. Oh my goodness. I was going to say I might do another video, but actually I might not because I'm going out at 6. A friend's invited... Bless her. She's invited about 11 of us, so there's going to be 12 of us and she's cooking for us. So we're going to be... She's going to be cooking and we're going to be eating and playing games and having fun. So yeah, I'm going out soon. So... Sorry, my voice is going funny again. So I hope you liked that little project. I will be back over the coming days with more because I've got several ideas. Several ideas floating around in my head. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And I will see you soon. I hope whatever you're doing, you're all having a nice weekend. The weather here is beautiful. And I should be sat out there getting a bit of a tan because I'm like pasty lacy. But I'm in here crafting because, you know, I wanted to craft and I wanted to do a video. So I hopefully will see you again tomorrow afternoon because I may be home late tonight, so I doubt very much I'm going to be doing any crafting tonight. But anyway, you've got this video. Probably be back with you tomorrow afternoon. I'm hoping. Excuse me. If you don't see me tomorrow, it's because I'm secretly working on these other little things here at the side, which you don't know what they are. So I'll see you soon, everybody. Take care. I hope you have the rest of a lovely weekend. See you soon. Bye for now.